What's going on, buddies? This is Tails here, and I have a black and white 2 OU battle of MegaDPAL. He is using a rain offensive team, and I am running a Sandstall team with Scar Tyranitar, so let's begin the battle. I thought he would lead out with his Scar Genesect, and if he didn't lead out with it, it would reveal to me that he's Rock Polish. And why I like this Tyranitar so much is that it reveals lead Genesect so well. If he gets the download first, that does tell me that he is a Scar set and he's not bluffing, and if his download goes second, then that reveals to me that he is most likely the expert belt Genesect, so that helps out a lot knowing his set for first turn. So right now I'm going to predict him to go for the U-turn as I switch out into my Landorus D, and right now I switch out into my Amoonguss, predicting the U-turn, predicting me to be afraid of the Hurricane, but right now he actually goes for the Hidden Power Ice, which I was pretty surprised because I don't really see this on Tornadus T too well. I see Heat Wave, granted, but I don't see Hidden Power Ice. So right now he is going to go for the U-turn, expecting me to want to switch out to get the Regenerator boost and all that. As I switch out to my Blissey, because even if he does go for the U-turn, it should only do like 30%, as you saw right here. And right now I'm going to switch out into my Landorus T, thinking that he is the sub Swords Dance set, as he predicts that really nicely and goes out into his Genesect to scare me out from the Ice Beam and all that good stuff. And that was what I was thinking he would do right now, is go for something like Ice Beam or Flamethrower or whatever, but he actually goes for the U-turn, playing it safe, knowing that I'd probably switch out to my Tyranitar, and it doesn't take it pretty well. And right now he can switch out into his Politoed, which I'm not really sure what set it is. I'm thinking it might be defenses, seeing what type of team he's running, and seeing how he goes for Scald right here, that does help me out knowing what set he is, so he's definitely a defensive set. So right now I'm going to go for the Toxic Spikes, trying to bait this Tentacruel in actually, as I do that right now without even having to bait it in, he just switches it in for me. So right now I'm going to switch into my Amoonguss, predicting the Rapid Spin or something like that, which he does go for. And right now he switches out into his Ferrothorn as I go for the Spore, using that thing for Spore Fodder. And right now this tells me this is the perfect opportunity to switch out into my Genesect, knowing that I can switch out first, get the special attack boost as he switches out into his own Genesect. So right now he thinks that I'm the Scarf set as well, so he plays Chicken and switches out into his Tracheon to take the Flamethrower. But I reveal that I am the Rock Polish set with Giga Drain, Flamethrower, and Ice Beam, I believe, so that is going to fuck him up pretty bad. So I go for the Flamethrower. Bear in mind, this is in the rain, and that does like 95-ish% to that Ferrothorn, so I am pretty proud of that damage. I go for the Giga Drain, thinking that I'd be able to take it out with +1, but unfortunately he doesn't, and I make a really stupid play here and go for the Ice Beam, and that's really stupid because I could have not used that, and he could have thought I was a Thunderbolt set and wouldn't switch out into his Politoed, but he knows he can take a Giga Drain, switches out into his Politoed, takes it like pretty decently, 70%, and he goes for the Scald, and he gets the burn, which he was really hoping on, because this is kind of like the only chance he had for not getting his entire team swept, you know. So right now he's going to go for Protect, and right now I'm thinking he's going to switch out into his Genesect, knowing that if I go for Giga Drain yet again, I'd pretty much die, so I had to go for the Flamethrower to get rid of his big threat. So right now I am looking pretty good. I got rid of his Terrakion, I got rid of his Walls, Ferrothorn, and I got rid of his Scarfer. So that's looking really good on my team. So right now I'm going to switch out to my Scarf Pokemon. He switches out to Tornadus T. I go for the Pursuit, because if he switches out, I'm going to do as much damage as I can. If he goes for Superpower, I don't care. I still have my defensive core. And if he U-turns, I can take and go for fucking Pursuit, my bad. But he gets the crit, which really sucked, but oh well. It is part of the game and you can't help it. The only thing you can really do is embrace it when you get it and embrace it when it happens to you. So that's all I gotta say about that crit. So right now he is going to reveal that he does have an Ice Beam on defensive Politoed, which kind of surprised me, to be honest, because I was not expecting that, but oh well. Right now I'm actually predicting the switch into his Tornadus T, which he does not do. I was like, well, if he switches in Tornadus T safely, he can get off a Hurricane, and seeing how I'm a defensive Amoonguss, it would one-hit KO me, crit or not, because at minimum damage, it does like 109% to non-special defense Amoonguss, and even if it had like max HP, so that's a pretty powerful Tornadus T in my opinion. So right now I'm going to switch into Tentacruel, because I can take any hit this Politoed has, and I can just go off into my Tentacruel and just spam Scald. And this is pretty much what I do for most of the battles, so I believe I speed it up for a pretty decent amount. And right now, he switches out to his Tornadus T, which I was not expecting, And he got really lucky here because he did not get the burn. If he did get the burn, that would have sucked really bad for him. But right now he's going to realize that that was such a retarded move and switch back out into his Tentacruel. And I'm trying to get the burn right here so I can get rid of his range-ish leftover recovery. And unfortunately I do get it with the crit burn. And that was really nice. I'm happy I got that. It made the battle much better for me. So right now I am going to switch out into my Amoonguss to try to get as much health as I possibly can with the Giga Drain and the Regenerator once I switch back out, which I will do eventually. I want to be able to take any hit from the Politoed pretty well and just respond back with the Giga Drain. So I'm pretty much going to spam Giga Drain, and I think I used Spore at one point, predicting the switch, which he does not do, and I'm realizing that he's not switching out and trying to burn this thing. Well, I was like, no, I can't have this thing burned, that would be really bad for my team. So I think I switch out knowing that, and switch out into my Blissey, as right now, the thing that I don't need burned gets burned, and the thing that he needed burned does not get burned. But hey, he did burn my Genesect, so that's what matters in the long run, right? So right now he's going to go for a Scald yet again, gets a crit, I don't really care. I'm going to go for a Seismic Toss, knowing that the Seismic Toss can't knock it out, and I can easily just recover on anything he does, as he does switch out into his Tornadus T as I just go for the Soft Boil, not having to worry whatsoever about this Tornadus T now, because I don't think that he has the superpower, seeing how he's been playing it. I think he has Hidden Power Ice, Taunt, Hurricane, and U-Turn. And speaking of U-Turn, I predict that as he ends up U-turning out into his Politoed. I'm not sure if he knows what set I am, but I am max HP and max defense, so standard Tentacruel would outspeed, so I don't know why he didn't switch out into that, but I take advantage of that and go for the Stealth Rocks, as he does take me out with the Ice Beam, which I don't mind at all. So right now he's going to switch out into his Tentacruel, and that is going to die, which kind of sucks. And now he's going to be able to switch out to his Tornadus T, as he goes for the U-turn, predicting a switch, but I did not need this Amoonguss, my bad guys, as he switches out into Politoed and I Spore it. And right now I know he's not going to switch because he's not been switching the entire time, so I'm just going to go for Giga Drains to try to kill off this Politoed. And when this Politoed is dead, I can easily fodder off my Amoonguss by letting his Tornadus T go for the Hurricane, poison it with my Blissey, and just call it a wrap with my Tentacruel. And that's what I'm doing right now. He goes for the Hurricane, and he gets a crit right here, but like I said previously, it did not matter because of my set. I'm not special defensive Amoonguss, I am physically defensive Amoonguss, so yeah. He's going to go for the U-turn, which tells me he is not superpowered. And I'm just going to go for the Toxic because my Tentacruel can easily take him out with a Protect. And seeing his Life Orb, my bad, Life Orb recoil and his Toxic recoil is not helping him out whatsoever. So I switch on to Tentacruel, go for the safe Protect because I have no reason to go for it because he could get the possibility to confuse me, and I have terrible luck with Confusion Hacks. So speaking of Hurricane and Confusion Hacks, he goes for it and it gets me confused, but it doesn't matter because his final Pokemon is dead. Great game, MegaDPAL. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I know I certainly did. I want to have more battles like this. If you would like to have a battle like this with me, just contact me on my Skype, which you can find on my YouTube channel. And I hope to have a good battle with you guys. Hope to see you guys next time on this channel. I'm out. See ya!